Welcome, everyone, to Arlington, Texas at AT&T Stadium, site of this year's Goodyear Cotton Bowl, part, of course, of the college football playoff. We are through the opening round of this year's playoff, and now the pressure is mounting in the quarterfinals. A matchup between one side that's had time to rest and recover, and another team that's battle-tested, already off one playoff victory. As we'll see the number 10 seed in this playoff, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the number 2 seed in the playoff, the UCF Knights. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. Only one team here can keep their championship dreams alive. Team out there, we're ready to rumble for this college football playoff game. The kickoff, a little too hot to handle, goes through the end zone for a touchback. Getting set up. It's a first down play. There's the handoff. It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Oh, it's incomplete. That's a good job of the defender to break that up.
Some players just have a real knack for timing their jump, and that defender was able to get a big paw on the ball and bat it away.
On the opening drive, they face a tough 3rd and 7 here. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Here's the throw deep downfield. Oh, and it's dropped. A chance for a big play here in the early going, but some jitters on the part of that receiver.
How about that? First play of the game in a playoff game, you take a shot downfield and you hit it. Now you got some momentum here early in the game.
wasn't alert enough, didn't get the play off. That'll cost him 5 yards. Dangerous play call here after that 5-yard penalty. The Knights will line up to punt it away. He's on to boot it away now. It's a low punt, won't travel very far. He's got some daylight, turning on the speed. Can he make it? He's going to finally head out of bounds, but talk about flipping the field and setting up his offense in tremendous field position. The Seminoles looking to finish the drive here. It's 1st and goal. Heavy blitz look here pre-snap. 1st down, looking to throw the ball. And he finds his tight end for the catch. Brought down, but the completion moves the ball down to the 4.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or 2 guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody. It allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
Looking to score with a run to the right. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
What a great play by the defense here. Getting close to the goal line, not only do they come up with a big stop, but they send them backwards in the process.
Ball at the 6-yard line now. It's 3rd and goal. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. And he'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles. That's why he's a dangerous scrambler. The quarterback says, I'm just going to end this scoring drive right here. I'll do it myself.
Yeah, and everybody's covered downfield. The defense has done a pretty good job of containing the offense. The problem is this guy's creativity. I don't know, maybe put a spy, a linebacker on him to try to mirror him when he takes off to scramble.
And the PAT makes it 7-0 to open scoring. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And that kick will just bound into the end zone for a touchback. So the UCF offense is back out on the field. This group is coming off a quick 3-and-out. Can they put something together in this drive? Run down after a 7-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 3. The linebacker shifting around now. Keeping it on the ground here. Breaks loose at the 45. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Knights. That was a foot race. The defense had no chance. Kirk, serious breakaway speed for that back.
Well, to be able to burst a run like that spans more than half of the field gives this offense so much confidence. And it sends a message to this defense that they're going to have to square up and beat you at the line of scrimmage. You're going to see this happen again.
Point after, knocked right through. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. And there's a penalty marker down on the field. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. First down here for this offense. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. There's a screen pass to the running back. And the tackle is made, not the big play that we're looking for, but a pretty solid gain. Less than a yard to go as they come to the line on second down. Offense will keep it on the ground here. Finds room at the 30. Tackled at the 32. That's enough for a first down.
Chris, what I love here is just the vision by the running back. Showing great patience, the hole opens up, and then he's able to use his speed to pick up some good yards.
And looking to throw now on first down. It's an out route. The catch made. Heads out of bounds as a short gain on the play.
Well, if you're not careful as a quarterback, this is the kind of route that defensive back wants to jump and get in front of for an interception and maybe a touchdown going the other way. But this time, the receiver runs it well, brings it in, and then gets out of bounds.
That completion makes it second and medium. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Looking for some space. It's Henderson. They tackle him at the 43, but that's enough for a first down. And the Knowles are looking to keep this drive going. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. The gain is 3. Now it's second down and 7. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Beautiful catch right near the sideline. Gets the foot down. They bring him down, but the sophomore quarterback shows what a cannon he has.
Always have to be careful on the sideline not to step out accidentally. The wide receiver does a good job here on the route to bring the ball in while on a tightrope.
The Knowles starting a new series here on 1st and 10. They'll try to pick up the yardage on the ground. In the clear at the 25. Tackle made after a big gain.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. But when teams can run the ball and pick up yards like this, it really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And you'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. First down. We're going to throw the football. And the sophomore's got him for a sack.
I like how this defense is bringing pressure from all over the field. And that's the key in putting together a good defensive strategy. On this play, it came from the outside linebacker, and he gets to the quarterback.
The sack sets up second down. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Ball carrier tackled there.
Boy, nice drag route here, and I thought the patience by the quarterback was the key. Puts it in front of his receiver, gives him a chance to make the catch, and picks up a little bonus. Nice yards after the catch.
And the Seminoles move into the red zone. Out of the gun now on third down. And it's incomplete that time, just out of reach of the receiver.
Boy, third down and short, they decide to throw the football, roll the dice a bit, doesn't work out. Now you're at fourth and short. You got to wonder, with this offensive line and this running back, do you run the football to convert, or do they try to go through the air again?
So they'll pass up the chip shot field goal attempt and go for it on fourth down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Tries to get it to the running back, but it's incomplete. The defense makes a huge fourth down stop.
This is the chance you take here as an offensive coordinator and a play caller. You go for it here, you draw it up perfectly, you think this is the right play, and then the execution is not there. So the defense catches a break, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
And here comes the UCF offense back out on the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? They'll hand it off. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. Looking to pass here on second down. Pass is caught. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. They're going to run it. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Things just appear to be a bit out of sync from the get-go on that one. Give credit to the front seven of that defense for staying in the proper lanes and getting to the ball carrier, not let him dance around and make something out of nothing.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. And here comes a deep shot. And the downfield shot is incomplete. Brings up third down.
Now, the offensive coordinator told us before the game they consider any one-on-one deep shot an advantage. But they couldn't connect on that try. Give credit to that defensive back, man. He played that perfectly.
Offense will try to convert a third and long from the 27. We'll see if the defense brings the blitz. Here's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. It's caught downfield. They finally make the tackle, but the big gain moves the ball across midfield to the 47.
Well, this is what you would call a three-down back. Running backs that can run between the tackles, they can get outside, and they can also catch the ball out of the backfield. Here they have the benefit of having one of those kind of backs that can not just catch the ball, but once he gets his hands on the ball, he's got enough wiggle and speed to be able to get after a defense.
Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. He'll look to throw it here on second down. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. But he's hammered by the linebacker. What a hit.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
Crucial third down play after that completion. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. Tries to avoid the rush and just gets rid of it. And he'll just throw it away now. Couldn't make anything happen, and that's now going to bring up fourth down.
Well, sometimes an answer for an offensive coordinator against a good pass rush is to move the launching point. Move the quarterback from one spot to another to affect the rhythm of the pass rush. That's not having any kind of impact at all on this defense. They're getting after this quarterback no matter where he is. They do a good job of it right here.
The offense will take their first 10 out of the half to talk strategy here. The Knights will line up to kick it away when he comes for his second punt of the game. And on fourth down, the punter sends it away. It looks like no return here as that punt heads out of bounds. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. Last time out there, they got stopped on fourth down, but it didn't cost him anything. Let's see what the junior gets home, making a sack there.
This is good pressure by the defense, but it just felt like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a little bit too long, which allowed the defense to get home.
From their own 8-yard line now, it's second and long. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Touchdown, UCF. Wow, what a play, a defensive score. Well, the takeaway and the touchdown, that is just a dream play for any defender, Kurt.
Well, let's start with the interception. I just love the fact that he got his eyes turned around, found the football, and then has the athletic ability to be able to secure it. Then he goes back to high school running back days and shows you what he can do with the ball in his hands and takes it all the way back for a touchdown. Beautiful thing.
PAT is good. They slammed into the kicker, and penalty markers are down. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. This one is not returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Receiver in motion now. Here comes a handoff. The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39. That's a solid run. Good for first down yardage. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. Now it's 2nd down here. And he drops back in the gun. It's complete. What a grab near the sideline. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
You call a quick out on 3rd down. I think that tells you the confidence you have in a quarterback to be able to make that throw. And on top of that, a little surprised the defense would give that kind of cushion to be able to give him room to pick up that first down.
The Seminoles churn out another first down. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. And the junior able to get home with the sack.
I can't believe the amount of pressure this defense is getting on this quarterback. Sack after sack. Boy, you got to think about changing things up. The snap count, the scheme, anything at all to help this offensive line. They're overmatched so far in this game.
This pass rush has been a problem. Another sack sets up 2nd and long. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. And the pass is complete to the tight end.
Boy, another positive gain for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
That completion sets up an important 3rd down play. There's the snap. They'll set up the throw. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the football there on 3rd down.
I mean, this defense is having their way with this offensive line. That poor quarterback doesn't have a chance. Every time he drops back to throw, he's getting earhole. You better make some adjustments up front to give your poor quarterback a chance.
The offense couldn't convert on 4th down the last time in this situation. Let's see if they can this time. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Makes a quick grab. They bring him down, but not before he gains first down yardage.
Boy, the defense had everybody accounted for except the running back. You could really feel the quarterback having to work through his progressions. He came off his primary, finally finds the running back, and they pick up the first down.
And the Noles with 1st and 10 here. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man.
Caught quickly.
To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Hey, it's a gain, but you get the sense that this offense wanted a little bit more from that play.
This is becoming a long drive. Here's play number 9. Looking to throw yet again. Off target and incomplete. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And he's got his man open downfield. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Good job here by this offense coming up with his first down on that 3rd down play. They knew they're going to have to deal with a lot of pressure, did their job, gave the quarterback time. They convert, and listen, you're down early in this game. Every possession matters. You need points on this drive, and they're able to have that chance now with that conversion.
The Noles trying to cash in here in the red zone. Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. Catch is made behind the line of scrimmage. Defense drops him for a loss. Tougher 2nd down on the way.
Man, the defense was all over that play. Just left him almost no room to work after catching the ball.
Here's the 2nd down play. And the wideout goes in motion. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. The defender gets a hand in there to break the pass up.
Just a great play on the ball by the defensive back, getting the hand on it and tipping it up into the air. Boy, anytime you see a tip go up, often that defense is thinking interception. This one falls to the ground. The next tip ball could be going the other way.
And the drive that will not end, it is a long way to go on 3rd down here. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Snags the quick throw. Touchdown, Florida State. This quarterback on fire today. Well, this college football playoff game is all tied up, and Kirk, it's beginning to feel a little bit like a shootout.
Yeah, it is. It's a battle of the offenses. Both these teams right now executing flawlessly, and they're doing so with such high stakes, answering one score with another. Neither team is backing up 1 inch.
Now the important point after attempt. And he knocks it right through. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. He'll return it from inside the 5. And the returner brought down by the coverage team now. UCF offense back out on the field now. They came up empty on the last possession, forced to punt it away, and they begin to click now. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Finds an open target on the left side. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch.
Hey, they get some positive yards here. But just from sitting up here looking down, Chris, you kind of have a sense that they wanted a little bit more on that play.
That completion makes it second and medium. Offense looking to throw the ball. They're looking to set up a screen pass here. Gets some space around the 30. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Man, I don't think the defense had any clue that the screen was being called. They're getting upfield, getting pressure on the quarterback, and that ball gets dumped. There's no one left to be able to slow him down from getting a big gain.
The offense really clicking here. Linebackers making some adjustments now. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on 1st down. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Little eye candy here from the offense. Some pre-snap motion. Second down. Looking to throw it. Looking for his big tight end. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
The Knights will have 1st and 10 here. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. He'll take a deep shot. Incomplete with 4 seconds remaining. Time for just one more play.
That's an athletic play by the defensive back. Playing tight coverage, seeing the ball, and not giving the receiver a chance to get their hands on it.
Looks like one more play here before halftime. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. He's hit just before the throw. And the pass falls incomplete on the final play of this first half. Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. Knights will kick this deep to begin the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Will be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. And the quarterback keeps it here. Has the first down and more. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36.
Boy, this offense does such a great job of putting the threat of the quarterback and the running back on this defense. It puts the defense in a tough spot because it's really hard to take both away. This time, the quarterback gets out and shows you the speed he has as well.
So quickly, all the way up to the 36, and it's first down. Ball handed off. He's brought down, but not before the gain to the 42-yard line. A gain makes it second and medium. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. He's going to pull it down and run. The sophomore calls his own number and keeps this drive moving.
I really like this call by this offense on second and short. Looking to maybe take a shot downfield. Nobody is open, so instead, he's able to just tuck it, run, and pick up a nice first down.
First down and 10. On the handoff, they'll test the right side here. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Launching it. Fired into a tight window and picked off. That's a short return, but the pick wipes out a scoring threat and sets up the offense at the 33.
How about this, Chris? The safety reads the quarterback's eyes perfectly and saw the throw before it even happened. If you're the quarterback, that's why it's so important to look those safeties off so they can't break on your throws.
Okay, so the UCF offense is back out on the field. One man at the backfield, and he'll get the football. The tackle is made, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what that's about. That stings for the offense. Penalty will cost him 10 yards. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Handoff to the right side. He's swarmed by the defense. Offense getting set. Second down play here. Off the play fake. Looking to throw the football. Quick completion to the tight end. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion. Defense looking to convert on 3rd and short from the 42. Can they make the yardage or face a tricky 4th down decision? Try and muscle for the first down. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain. The Knights have 1st and 10 here. Handoff to the back. He picks up 9, so just short of the first down. 2nd and 1. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Webb. The Knights offense is on the move now.
Well, that time they're able to work the slot across the field on the drag. Precise route and a good throw.
At completion, good for a first down. The offense working with a new set of downs here. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Catch made on the right side. Tackle made at the 21. This offense in great scoring position now.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
The drive stays alive with that completion for a first down. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. That's a big hit at the end, but they earn a fresh set of downs.
You know, everybody always wants to talk about quarterbacks today and receivers, and don't get me wrong, that's a big part of the evolution of the game and where we are. But, man, for me, as a fan, when I'm watching a game, there's just something satisfying about the teams and the offenses that still have backs that can carry the ball and come up with plays like that. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
Quarterback keeps the football. And they finally bring him down at the 5. Offense really threatening now.
Well, I think we can all see how tough it is to control this guy under center today for this defense. But they did a nice job of keeping him contained. But they've got to stay focused. They can't get lazy because we could see him breaking one any moment against this defense.
Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Touchdown, Knights. And they'll claim the 4th quarter lead. They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT is up and good. They lead by a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. Return starts from inside the 5. Returner steps out of bounds at the 17. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. Looking to throw it on first down. And he's looking to make a big play downfield. That's the 3rd pick tonight thrown by this QB. That's a potential game changer, the pick and the big return.
Chris, that is back-to-back drives right now for this quarterback and this offense. Nothing seems to be going right. The defense is doing a good job of confusing the quarterback, who's obviously throwing the ball into coverage. They've got to make some adjustments with their attack because right now it's not working.
The offensive coordinator bringing in some more blockers on the field. It's the full house. The quarterback making some changes at the line. He's got some room. Can he get there? Touchdown, UCF. Still no answer for this offensive machine.
Chris, you don't see it often, but how much do I love seeing that fullback get a touchdown? He blocks all the time. They rarely give him a chance to get his hands on the ball, and when he does, he's rewarded with 6 points.
Kicking team out for the PAT try. The kick is good, and the kicker got clobbered. Flags all over the field. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Now they get set to kick it away. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Pre-snap motion from the offense. Here comes a first down pass attempt. They've got him. It's a sack for the defense.
Good pressure here by this defense, but it felt like the quarterback held on to the ball a little bit too long to come up with that sack for the D.
Short loss on the play sets up second and long from the 18. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. And now the ball comes out. A disastrous play from the start. Oh, and they pick it up. It's still a live ball.
Well, the offense catches a break here. Lucky to jump on the ball after coughing it up. He's lucky that his other teammates had some good awareness.
If this defense gets a third sack in a row, this place will come unhinged. From the shotgun, Doc's back looking for an open man. And he's intercepted for the 4th time tonight. Not much on the return, but the defense comes up with a takeaway.
Boy, the offense just could not afford to throw this interception. It's already a 2-possession game. By throwing this pick, now you wonder how many more opportunities will you get.
Can the offense convert that pick into points? They're set up first and goal. Handoff to the back. Touchdown, nice. This offense really clicking. That's another touchdown for this running back. They can't stop him. dream performance in this playoff game.
Yeah, this is going to be a performance we're going to be talking about for a long time. I just love watching because he's doing it in so many different ways. We've seen speed. We've seen his physicality. He's breaking tackles. Boy, just an absolute dream scenario, as you said.
Extra point up and good. A 3-touchdown lead now here in the final quarter. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And here's the return from inside the 5. And the return man brought down. That's decent yardage on that return. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Looking for the wideout. Falls incomplete, broken up by the defender nicely that time.
Oh, my gosh. They almost came up with another interception. They had a pick on the last drive. They're doing such a good job of baiting this quarterback into throwing the ball into coverage and then making a play on the ball. Let's see if they can keep this going.
Second down after the incompletion. They're trying to run it with the option. The back's got it on the pitch. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Dropping back. We're going to throw for the first down. They got him. Defense comes up with a sack.
Man, how about the job by this defense? I mean, we really expected this offense to be able to come into this game, put up big yards and a lot of points. And here we are in the fourth quarter. Collectively, they don't even have 200 yards total offense, and they just seem to be out of sync. Give all the credit to the defensive coordinator and those defensive players and the way they're putting this pressure on this quarterback and this offense.
Down late, they'll keep the offense on the field, trying to chip away at this lead. And he lofts it toward the left sideline. It's a huge gain. He's got it inside the 30. Touchdown, Knowles. Strong game by this quarterback.
This is what having an accurate quarterback is so important. Fourth down, critical situation. He puts that ball right on his receiver. What I love to see is he not only picks up that first down, but he's got the speed and the awareness to take it to the end zone for the touchdown.
Now a two-point conversion attempt coming up. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Defense is coming after him. And it's a sack. The two-point try fails, and they can't get into that deficit any further. Looks like they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And the receiving team makes the recovery. The hands team does its job perfectly. And here comes the UCF offense back out on the field. They take the field with serious momentum. They have been tough to stop so far. Can they keep it going? And the single back takes the handoff.
Well, this is where you really rely on your offensive line. You're late in the game, you got the lead, you got to run the football. They know you're going to run the football. Get behind that big offensive line, run that running back, make sure he protects the football. You got a great chance at a victory.
Important second down play coming up. They'll use that running game, trying to bleed the clock here. Tackle, but first down.
Boy, this offense's execution has been on point all game long, but especially in this fourth quarter. They're getting better and better, and this defense seems to have just quit out there.
The Knights looking to take advantage of this red zone trip.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. The gain is 3 yards. Brings up a second down and 7.
Great job by the running back is staying inbounds to continue to work that clock, working here in the fourth quarter with the lead. You got that defense getting closer and closer to their goal line. They are backed up, and they are desperate. They've got to make a play here. The offense just has to take care of the ball, a chance to really secure victory here.
Testing the right side here. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They ate up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
So the decision is to not go for it, but settle for 3. Here comes the field goal team. Is good. Gives the offense 3 points to show for that drive. And they add to their lead. So after adding to this big lead, they'll set to kick it away. He's going to return it from near the goal line. He goes out of bounds at the 31 after a decent return. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. Well, this has been a disappointment. They've had their doors blown off here, just playing for pride at this point. Catch hauled in here over the middle. Takes it out to the 44. That's good for a first down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. From the shotgun, handoff inside. Runner finding some space there. That's a solid gain on the ground. And the Seminoles will crank up the tempo. They'll look to throw it here on second down. Catch made across the middle by the running back. And the gain just good enough for a first down. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. The Seminoles line up on 1st and 10 now. And he'll set up to throw. Using his legs here. Slides to avoid the big hit. Offense getting set. It's second down. Now they run a draw play. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Offense looking to keep the drive alive. It's third down. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Receiver makes the catch. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Extending the play now. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
You know, they tried to catch this defense napping on 1st and 10 by taking a shot downfield, but the defense does their job. They've got everybody covered, but I'm telling you, you better account for this quarterback because he can take off when things aren't there and use his legs, and he does that for the first down.
Pulls it in. It's Henderson. Brought down at the 7. The completion moves him closer to the goal line. So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Looking for 6. And it's picked off in the end zone. Not much on the return, but they snuff out the drive with the takeaway.
Oh, you feel terrible for this quarterback. He's played well all year. He's trying to make a play, trying to force it into coverage because they need points at this point in the game to try to advance into the next round of the playoffs. Puts it into coverage, and that's probably going to do it.
And the UCF offense back out on the field now. This has been a tremendous performance by this team. Now just the finishing touches. Run out the clock and let the party begin. Ball handed off. The gain is 3 yards, so 2nd and 7. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. 2nd down after that run on the previous play. They feed the fullback this time. They bring him down, but the drive has now reached the 35. And a timeout taken by the defense with 30 seconds remaining.
Watching this guy run makes me think of a famous old coach once said, any player on my team, I want him to be agile, mobile, and definitely hostile.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. And the fullback gets in on the action with the carry. And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain, so 2nd and 6. Well, this was an intriguing matchup coming in. We weren't sure which way it was going to go. Kurt, what do you think made the difference today?
Well, I think it's the critical moments, the third downs, the red zones, the turnover margin. Those are the areas you're usually going to see the difference in a close game. And today they were able to come up on top in a lot of those aspects of the game.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.